Okay, this is a raccoon skull. It's pretty distinctive. How I tell a raccoon skull? Well, first off, the rostrum is shorter than a typical canid. Here's a canid for comparison. And it is longer than a felid. It's also relatively broad. So the shape is relatively distinctive. You can see it's this kind of broadly triangular shaped skull. It has a really wide zygomatic breadth. But the real giveaway is the teeth. Of course, a raccoon is an omnivore. Felid is a strict carnivore. A dog is certainly omnivorous as well. However, their teeth really they look more like a carnivore, whereas a raccoon really clearly looks like an omnivore. Now let me show you how. So first off, from the side view, you see they have a long, thin canine tooth, actually in all four quadrants. They have quite a few cheek teeth, and unlike most carnivores, they don't have a prominent carnassial pair, so that has been secondarily lost. And then if we look at the teeth themselves, there are 4 premolars and 2 molars per quadrant on the cranium. But importantly, if we look at that last premolar and the 2 molars, that is very clearly bunodont dentition. And of course, bunodont dentition is what we see in an omnivore. Those molars look very much like the surface of our molars. You get all of these hill-like structures, so they're not super sharp, right? They're kind of rounded more like a hill versus a really sharp mountain. They're broad, so they are an intermediate between a sharp shearing surface and a flat, worn down, crushing surface that you see in an herbivore. So it's a nice intermediate there. Raccoon is a really valuable skull to know. When people find skulls randomly in the environment, I would say 80% of the time, they're a white-tailed deer or a raccoon. So learn how to identify this. You're probably going to come across it here and there.